Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there lived a mother in law named Meena and her daughter in law, whose name is Sonia. Meena lived in the village all her life and she was known for her strong will, sharp tongue, and traditional ways. Sonia, on the other hand, was a city girl who had married Meena's son, whose name was Ronak, and moved into the family home a few months ago. The two women were as different as night and day, and though they lived under the same roof, they struggled to find common ground. Meena was a woman of old age. She believed in hard work and respect for tradition. Every day, she would wake up before dawn, light the oil lamps in the prayer room, and begin her chores. The house was spotless, the meals were simple but hearty, and everything ran like clockwork. She had raised Ronak single handedly after her husband's death, and she was proud of the life she had built. Sonia, on the other hand, came from a modern background. She had studied in the city, worked a few years before marriage, and had different ideas about life. She was not used to waking up early and she found the endless chores of village life overwhelming. To her, some traditions seemed outdated and she longed for a little more freedom, a little more time for herself. The tension between the two began almost immediately after Sonia moved on. Meena thought Sonia was lazy, spoiled. She would often butter under the breath about how daughters in law in her day knew their duties and did not complain. Sonia, on the other hand, felt stifled by Meena's constant supervision and criticism. She felt like she could do not write, and her city upbringing made her real and her feel like outside and in the village. One day, tension reached a boiling point and they are fighting. It was not hot afternoon and Sonia, executed from cooking in the kitchen, decided to take a short rest. Meena walked in just as Sonia had settled down on a cot in the courtyard. So this is how helpful around the house, Meena said sharply, her arms crossed over the chest. In my time, we worked from sunrise till sundown without complaining. Sonia already age could not hold back. I am not like you, Maji, she said, trying to keep her voice steady. I am tired. I am not used to this kind of life. I need a small break, Maji. Sonia's eyes narrowed. This is your home now, Sonia. You need to learn how things are done here. Rest can't wait, but work cannot. The words stung, and Sonia felt a wave frustration rise with her. She stood up, facing Meena. Just because you did things a certain way, not mean it is only the way, Maji. I want to help, but I need to things in a way what works for me. Too, for a moment, there was silence between them. Meena was taken aback by Sonia's boldness. No one had ever spoken to her like that, especially not her daughter in law, but instead for lashing out. Meena did not something unexpected. She turned, walked out of courtyard without another word. Leave Meena standing there, feeling of mixed relief, guilt. The next day, few issues were tensed. Meena and Sonia barely spoke to each other, and Ronak caught between his mother, wife felt helpless. Atmosphere in the house was heavy, and even village neighbors noticed the change. One evening, after a particularly silent dinner, Meena went to the temple and she did every night. Sonia, feeling overwhelmed, decided to go for a walk to clear her head. As she walked through the fields, she came across the group of village women sitting under a banyan tree, chatting and laughing. They saw her, waved her over. Sonia hesitated at first, but then walked over to join them. As she sat down, the women began talking about their lives, their struggles with their own mother in law, and challenges of adjusting to life after marriage. Sonia listened to quietly at first, but soon she found herself opening up. She spoke about pressure she felt, constant criticism, and how difficult it was to live up to Mina's expectation. One other woman said, Sonia, you have found a balance. You cannot change her overnight, but maybe if you try to understand her little, she will do the same for you. Sonia left the gathering feeling lighter. She realized that Meena was not trying to make her life difficult out of spite. She was simply holding on to ways she knew, the ways that had helped her survive and raise a family. The next morning, Sonia decided to try a different approach. She woke up early before Meena and began preparing breakfast. When Meena walked into the kitchen, she looked surprised but didn't say anything. Throughout the day, Sonia quietly took on more responsibilities around the house, but she did them in her way, her own pace. At first, Meena watched silently, but over time, she began a make a face and a face was secretly unbroken. I was stubborn to always wanting to do anything me. Sonia looked up, surprised the unexpected confession. I have been hard, you Meena continued to her voice and that says, I usually be strong. You know how to handle life. Maybe you I have forgotten that you need time to some days and you should first make freely adjust. Sonia smiled, feeling in warmth spread through her. I'm trying, Maji. I am. I just need a little space to figure things out. Meena nodded. We will figure it out together. From that day on, things began to change. Meena and Sonia still had their differences, but they learned to meet each other halfway. Meena started to ease up on some of the rigid traditions, and Sonia in turn tried to embrace the village life. With more patience, they still had the occasional disagreement, but there was a new understanding between them, a bond that grew up stronger with each passing day. And in the quiet village from that day, two women so different in their ways learned that family was not about being in the same, but was about accepting each other's differences, working together and finding love in the most of unexpected place. From that day, they are they were living a happy life, and that time they are working with each other, and they was cooperate with each other. If you like this story of village village mother-in-laws and modern daughter-in-laws, so if you like this story, please like, share, and comment. Thank you so much for giving your love and support for next videos, and next will be part 2 of this modern family. Thank you so much.